Hey, so this is episode one, I guess, of Nine Dragons video diary. Um, Very short first episode, just to introduce you to the concept and to me. So I'm Don. I run Nine Dragons RPG Limited. We're based here in Hong Kong, and we produce original role-playing games. I founded Nine Dragons about 2 years ago, just coming up on 2 years actually, and the mission, if you like, was to produce a role-playing game in Hong Kong and based on Hong Kong, and we did that. After a year, myself and Mike Dukes, who's the art director for Nine Dragons, along with a lot of help from a lot of other people, a lot of freelancers and even just volunteers, we managed to publish and release Honor, the role-playing game. And actually we've had pretty decent year of success with Honor. I think we've sold over 100 copies, and we've had some really good feedback about all of the game, to be honest, but specific parts people have got really excited about: the character generation, the character creation. That's good. People seem to like this idea of starting with ordinary folk, building them up through a career, and then launching them into the game as a kind of ingenue who can then discover the mysterious other world of Honor. And that other world is one occupied by creatures of Asian mythology, I guess. So you have Yao Guai, who are your sort of common everyday demon. You have the Tao Tia, who are the gluttony demons, and that they're all destructive. They could literally bring reality to an end, and they're always in the background of the game, always this threat of them arriving, and stuff hitting the fan, so to speak. There's a whole load of other demons and charmed ones. And Asian mythology is great because it doesn't draw a line and say we have good and evil. It's much more akin to the idea of law and chaos. If you're a Michael Moorcock fan, you'll know this idea of balance in the universe. The Asian sensibility is really about balance. So demons are not evil, demons are just slightly chaotic. And the charmed ones, helicopter going overhead. Of course there's a helicopter going overhead. Let's see. Oh, that was good. Okay. Balance. The demons aren't evil, they're chaotic. The charmed ones are not good, they're just lawful. And really, the world is striving for a balance. We were very, very happy and extremely proud to release the first edition of Honor last year. What we want to do now is really tidy up some of the parts that aren't quite right, and tune up the mechanics a little bit to make it run a little bit more smoothly. What we want to keep, of course, we want to keep the character generation. We want to keep the combat system that makes we call it the parry and riposte system, and it is based on an old combat system, or a combat system from an old RPG written by a guy called Mark Pettigrew, and the game was called Flashing Blades, and it was set in the France of Cardinal Richelieu and the Three Musketeers, that era. And the combat system there allowed you to choose your offensive move and your opponent to choose their defensive move, and then there would be an outcome depending on that combination, which might favour you or it might favour them. And we just thought that idea was so smart, instead of just rolling and hitting, but actually having to make a choice each time you go in on the attack and each time you have to defend, that we took that idea and we developed it. So we want to keep that, but we've had feedback and people say it's a bit confusing over who can attack when, so we're going to simplify it. The other thing is, the sorcery and technology creation. I was determined to have rational magic in the game. So I tried to link the sorcery in the game to the physical world using mass and distance and energy. And we use chi as the unit of energy in the game. So if you wanted to perform some miraculous feat, you can do so as long as you have enough energy available and the knowledge. We didn't want to have a list of spells necessarily. There are spells that characters can access via books and scrolls and learning. We also wanted people to be able to create their own magic sort of on the spot, like if you needed to lift a car, throw it 200 meters and have it explode over a gang fight, for example, that you could do that and you could calculate how much energy it would cost. Well, I still think that's absolutely the best way to have a sorcery system, and the tech system was very similar. The problem is that it was taking people too long to work out, so no one was using spontaneous magic. So what I think we'll do is we will simplify. Instead of saying kilograms and meters or pounds and yards, which is difficult anyway because of European and United States sensibilities, we'll change it to sort of standardizing. So human size, large furniture, a car, an elephant, I don't know what else, what other common things we may find. I guess 100 meters or 100 yards is okay, but it would be good to have something that both Europeans and Americans could get their heads around. Anyway, that's the idea. Tune that in. Apart from that, I want to really get the whole thing. I mean, it's a good quality product. Honor is good right now. I want to make it even better. I want it to look like something that White Wolf would publish. I want to fix the character sheet, which is still bugging me. It's not quite right. I want to get the layout improved. I want to take away the background on the page. Mike wants to do new art for almost everything, because being an artist, he's never happy with anything he does. And then we want to get the book out and really push it to a wider audience. Right now, Honor is big in two places, and it's the strangest thing. It's big in a town called Ipswich in the United Kingdom, where there are 5 independent people who have bought Honor, and it's big in Brazil, where we sold about 20 copies, which is weird. But there you go. So what we want is, we want Honor to be big everywhere. And if not big, then at least appreciated. So, there you go. That's who I am. That's what Nine Dragons does. Next time, I guess I'll be telling you about some of our other projects and some of the sidelines, if you like, the support material we have for Honor. And until then, as we say in Nine Dragons, peace, love, game. Thanks very much.